Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is Friday, October 13th, 2023. It's about 76 degrees right now, but I wanted to do this video here as the last warm day here in Cincinnati, Ohio for the season. I think we're gonna hit about 80 today, and it was 80 yesterday, which is great. But yeah, last warm day here, and kind of my last review here. I do plan on taking everything in, at least my pots, which I'll get to in a second. I do plan on taking those in next Friday, October 20th, 2023, just because I will have time off work, and it seems like a good time to do it. We're probably about 2 weeks away from our first freeze. I think we've gotten down to 37 so far this year. So yeah, a couple weeks away, I'm sure. Usually right around really anytime now through Halloween is typically when we'll see our first frost, and that looks to be true again this year, I'd have to imagine. But yeah, just one final look here at everything. The bananas did absolutely awesome. They're over 15 foot tall. Let's see if I can scoot back here so you can see my barn here. At the apex of my barn here is 8.5 feet. And let's see if I can get up here. Yeah, so yeah, I did measure them a few weeks ago and it was already 15 feet to the top, and I'm sure they've grown a little bit. So probably, 16, 17 feet tall is incredible. Yeah, so that's 8.5 and that's probably about 16. So it's wild how big these things have gotten, and they're just amazing. They did so good. This is their second summer, and they did really well. Sable Minor's doing really well. Slow growth, of course, but did push out, actually not many, probably 2 spears. Needle palm is doing great. It's got a bunch of pups on it, pushed out a ton of spears. It's got 1 pup on it there. There's another one back there. There's a bigger one right there. I thought there was a 4th, but maybe not. So yeah, that's doing well, and it pushed seed out as well this year. And then this Sable Minor is doing really good as well. Probably about 2 fronds that it pushed out. And then my elephant ears here, my perennial elephant ears took over, and I kept having to cut them back so that this Sable Minor could get some sun. But they did good. But you can tell the bananas are starting to turn down. A ton of old leaves are starting to come down on them. I mean, this one right here is probably about 5 foot, and that was the oldest leaf on this plant. So a couple cannas came back. I suspect next year that none will. And then my elephant ears over here did good too. So yeah, just really phenomenal. These bananas and my palms, really happy with that. And let's go take a look at the potted stuff here. Last look at the potted stuff before I take them inside. But yeah, I'm up on my deck now, guys, and these things are still eye level with me. So yeah. All right, let's see what we got here for our pots. I'll try to keep this short and sweet. I haven't actually done a video in a couple of months. But yeah, last review here. This mystery palm that I picked up, or that I should say I dug out of the ground in Orlando 2 years ago, turned out to be, I thought it was going to be a Washingtonia robusta. Turns out to be some sort of a Phoenix. So yeah, that'll be, I'm sure, some sort of a hybrid. It was just wild growing, so it'll be interesting to see what it turns out to be for good. Chinese fan palm, Limestona chinensis doing good. Giant white bird of paradise doing good. Of course, the windmill, Trachycarpus fortunae is doing great. The trunk on this is really starting to take off this year. I mean, it's crazy. It's 2 of my hands wide. Of course, I got mad mouse squirrels putting their acorns everywhere. So frustrating. Come out here every day and there's soil strewn about. The Abyssinian red banana did great. The Chalifera grew like crazy, and it's doing great. Gosh, oh my gosh, this thing is almost 6 foot tall. Wow. So yeah, that did great. my Areca palm it came back. It came back, and I wish I would have done videos and photos of this, but I thought this thing was completely gone. It basically had just 2 of these, and I had to cut everything out, and now it's just growing like crazy again. It's one of my favorite palms. So yeah, it's coming back and it's doing really well. Pygmy date, Phoenix Robolini's doing great like always. Another giant white bird. I split this one from the other one that you just saw, and it's doing great. And then one of my 4 Majesty palms. Yeah, and then over here in this corner, 2 more Majesties, which did great. The Cordyline, the Thai plant, did awesome. The big elephant ear did great. And what's awesome about this one is, first off, this thing did great in my basement last year, so I'm hoping it'll do great this year. But this thing's starting to get a trunk on it. Look at that. That is incredible. A trunked elephant ear in a pot. And it's about 7 feet tall. Big leaves on it, real big leaves. Can't even get it in the shot, so it's beautiful. My Mandevilla did great again, as always. I love it on this homemade trellis that I put together. It did great. I can't remember the name of this Cordyline, but doing really well. And another giant white bird. And a Majesty palm that I tried to kill last year. The mealy bugs off of it, and I kept it out way too long. But so yeah, I wanted just to do a quick overview of everything, guys. That's it for the season. I'll be bringing all the pots in next week, and as far as this stuff out here, I'll just be letting it go until it can't go anymore, and then, you know, probably in December I'll start protecting the palms down there, and we'll just be into another glorious winter of drab and gray and cold. So not looking forward to it. Really was not a hot summer. I need to go back and review the data, but it was definitely under average, but not by much. I guess probably ultimately it was probably a very average summer, but kind of in my book that kind of sucked. So yeah, we just never got the hot. We never got very hot here this summer, which was kind of a bummer. A couple days of like 93, 94, 95 in a row, but never anything 95 plus. And the humidity was not all that crazy either. So yeah, but at any rate, that's that. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And it is definitely leaf season right now. I actually just got done blowing a whole bunch out of my front yard, and I don't actually have much color back here right now, which is kind of a bummer for you guys, but it's definitely fall here, and the leaves are definitely coming down like crazy. But it still is a pretty time of year. I can't deny that, especially on nice days like this. It's pretty cool to see, but not looking forward to what's to come. But hope y'all are well, and hope y'all have a great weekend, and take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.